Okay, let's look at trying to create a perspective house with a sloped roof. How we go about this? Anyway, in perspective, if you look straight at the horizon, straight ahead, you have two vanishing points on either side which are equidistant. That point there is equidistant, and that point there is equidistant. So we'll pause that. Right. Now we've got this vanishing points where all the lines come from on the left, and the vanishing points where all the lines come on the right. And what I've done here is just one line, and if I select that point there, I can move this round to show how that goes through all the various perspective lines as it goes. Let's put that down, sorry. Let's put this down here like that. Similarly on the left hand perspective, if I click on there, click on the end point, we can go through the various points as it goes through. That's why you can do it. So here I've got these perspective lines, where they cross, as in there, as in there, as in there, and as in there, I can create a perspective triangle. So if we now look, let me just leave the perspectives on here. I can now delete those lines because they might be confusing a bit. If I select where this cross here, and that one crosses there, and that one crosses there, and that one crosses there, I can create a triangle, perspective triangle. Similarly, if I do the same for the ceiling or the upper roof or whatever you want to call it, you can create the same one there. Now, I can also then create using, I draw a point there, draw a point there, draw a point there, draw a point there, and line it up finally with that original point. I can get that perspective of that far distant wall. I can then also do the same with this near sight wall, just by lining all those points up. What we need to do though, let me just cross that one off a bit, is find the midpoint between there. Now, where's the midpoint? If I just control that control clone, is it here? Is it there? Is it there? You're not quite 100% sure where that midpoint is, but what you can do is create diagonals. So if I make a point there and a point there, it'll create that line. If I create a point there and create a point there, that will create a diagonal, and where those two cross, that's the midpoint. And this is why I've got this dotted rectangle line, dotted vertical line showing where that is. Similarly, I'll just cross that one off. If I switch this one on and that one on again, creating these diagonals there, and where they cross, that is where the center line is. And I can do that for the back wall and create similar diagonals, and where they cross, that's the centre line. Same with the front wall. Same with the front wall. I can create diagonals and gives me the centre line of the front wall. So having done all that, we can now go just see the centre line. So this dotted line here is the centre line for that left hand side wall, and this line here is the one for the right hand side wall. This one, blue one, is for the centre of the front wall, and the red one is for the back wall. Okay, now we need to then go on to leave that on, create the sloping roof. Now that is the base of the roof line. So where do we put the roof top? Right, so we got this line here. Again, it's just another perspective line. I can move it around as I want, up and down. But I'll just Control Z to undo that for a minute, to leave it there. And then I can do this roof construction. And what I can do here is create a line that goes from that midpoint on the far wall to the midpoint on the near wall. Okay, undo that. Right, midpoint on the far wall to midpoint on the near wall, and I'll make it red, and I'll make it 2, 4, just to highlight it. Okay, now I've got that wall there, and I can connect those two, and what I can do is I can bring that line down from there to that one there. I can bring that one there to that one there, and let me give it a roofy colour and no line. But sorry, I've created a line there. Something's not joined up. There it is. So let me just delete that point. Right, give that a roofy colour and no fill colour, and you can see you've now got a line there. That could be the roof, and I could just go along and join from that one to that one. Give that a line of black, and you can see that's what it is. Now, say I wanted to make that roof higher, I can go Control Clone on that perspective line and move this up, and then give this one some transparency. Control clone that, okay, get hold of that. I can bring this one up to there, and that one up to there, and you've got a higher roof. Control K, clone to that one. I can then bring that up to here to get that roof. And you can carry on if you want. You can Control clone that, get hold of this one, bring that up to here, Control clone that. Hold this point. Bring that up to the mid-wall point there. Bring that up to the mid-wall point there. And you can see, Control K, clone, and you can see how you can get that pitched roof looking quite correct. And if I just do the near side wall, I can actually select that. The node tool already added a point there. I can either add that up to there, or add that up to there, or add that up to there to give that pitch of the roof, whatever you want. Anyway, I hope this helped. This is Egg. All the best.